A good mid-afternoon to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com. They represent 802 Toyota, Twin Cities, Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Well, tale of the two streams of weather currently right across our region right now. This is best illustrated with the 500 heights. And you can see kind of a zonal flow that is just about due west to east. An area of low pressure up in the areas of far northern Quebec. And the southern streams, which is the most active, probably powered up by a little bit of a weak El Nino, moving across mostly the southern parts of the United States. This is the major storm system we have going on. It looks like it's just going to nick southeastern corner of Vermont with a little bit of mixed precipitation, mostly falling as rain. And you can see that's what this is here with many of those shots. Now, looking at the temperature profiles, you kind of get the idea here as how things are set up. Temperature is generally in the 40s to the south, a little bit of that cutting into today with the warmest day this Friday afternoon. Generally 30s here, we got 20s upstream, and kind of like Neapolitan ice cream, you got the colder temperatures in these layers up in this general area. So looking at the European model, we can see how this particular band of precipitation gets right into southern New England, cuts across the southeastern counties of Vermont, but about probably 6-7 hours worth or so, and then looks like it transits off to the south and east. Meanwhile, back in the northern branch of the jet stream, we have a little bit of snow shower and flurry activity coming. You can see that right there with this on Sunday, and a little bit of a stronger pressure gradient, but doesn't look like it's going to be strong enough to produce anything worthy of any strong winds. So this area of higher pressure will build in for a much better day on Monday. It'll get a little bit colder. We'll see temperatures, some Arctic chill in the area with that backside of that departing storm system and an area of higher pressure moving in with a clear, calm night. It looks like on Sunday night. That's going to send the temperatures down below zero. We're not looking at anything extreme, but roughly 0 to 10 below or so. And then the area of higher pressure then pushes across Quebec and ridges down, brings us a pretty nice stretch of weather. And then on the other side of that system, of course, we have a little bit of stronger winds. It is a warm front, but this is very fence-line winds for Tuesday. This is valid about 1 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, and it doesn't look like it's really going to be a big deal as it's very short-lived. A little shot of precipitation. It's kind of a 1-2 punch, and this is where things get really difficult and very complex with the modeling. So that shot of moisture then moves off to the south and east, as you can see, and we get another sort of a second shot, same weather system. Another occluded front, and that goes on through. That's probably both of those are good for maybe as much as 5 to locally 10 inches of total snowfall. And then behind it on Thursday, we get into that Wednesday night, Thursday area, and just beyond this period, and we'll see some snow showers and snow squalls, and then generally another area of higher pressure. One thing I'd like to note here is notice how cold it is across this particular region. These are the blue lines. This is below freezing at 850 millibars, so we finally got some colder air. And this is a change in the weather pattern we've been talking about with that sudden stratospheric warming event and just kind of pushing this along. Another Alberta Clipper system works on in. We kind of set the stage for something maybe brewing, and here we go. We got a nor'easter. Now this is way out there. We're talking about getting up close to day 10. But that's the first signature of a weather pattern change that could yield more snow down the road. GFS Ensemble, you can kind of see the conditions here. We can see a little system here. This is what's going to be moving through on Sunday. This is centered again on Montpelier, Vermont, the capital city. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, we got two, if you look at the blue lines there, you can see two distinct shots of precipitation. Both of those look like they're going to be potential for some wet snow. But notice it's really not a huge storm total. At one point it was looking like we could get a healthy snowfall. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So total QPF looks like this. I'm running about 7,500 7-inch total for that entire period. And looking at temperatures, which is always a good thing to look at 850 hectopascals, you can see one shot up here. This would be just a little shot of warmer air working on in. But then that colder Monday morning, And then we're looking at things staying as snow according to the latest information with the GFS ensemble. 7-day total accumulated precipitation by the Weather Prediction Center, roughly around a ½ inch. Not a big deal. Again, the GFS ensemble 2-meter temperatures roughly staying mostly below 32 degrees. No real warm-ups indicated. And again, that's the 850 hectopascal temperatures aloft, and you can see that mostly staying below the freezing mark, indicating mostly snow. One of the other things I want to show you is wind. And these are maximum winds at 850 hectopascals, and you can see that generally it's under 45 knots. That's a good sign. Very fence line. Total weighted temperatures, just about everyone east of the west coast and the southwestern desert areas are seeing temperatures above normal, 18 degrees above normal. This is pretty spectacular throughout this region here, and that's where that Chinook is blowing today. Now, 3 days later, these are, again, maximum temperatures during the afternoon. We're looking at more neutral conditions as colder air begins to work into the region. And, again, same kind of setup. And so looking at the 2-meter temperature anomalies here, you can see just how warm it is across parts of Canada. And a few splotches here and there. But for the most part, we're looking at warmer than normal conditions over a wide area of North America. And I'm fixing to see, or what I'm thinking eventually, is this area here is going to warm up, and that's going to force colder air in the lower latitudes around 45 north latitude, mid-latitudes, with high latitude blocking getting in place. And I think things will get a whole lot stormier, perhaps a storm track to our south, keeping us all snow. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.